have a language that if a student is to enroll in one of those classes and they choose to drop after the VHS drop date, that the students' families are actually responsible for their lab equipment and their lab fees and their AP fees. We've been footing the bill for the last several years, and we would like to implement that. So I want to say last year was, I believe, a bill close to $500, and this year was close to a bill of $300. That we kind of move out of principal supplies and slide over to this. So that way it can be taken care of for those kids.
Makes sense.
But that's something that we would like to implement. Okay. Next thing we're adding are any guidelines towards any dual enrollment classes that we might be offering during the day at Douglas High School, as that is on the table. So we like to use potential language here because we want to make sure everything's solidified before we say this is what we're doing. So should these courses become available with us, just some language about students having they're required to do the course prerequisites. So you can't just jump into a pre-calculus class without Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. Technically. They have to register also with the partner college or university. That's part of the guidelines through that. There may be a fee associated with that. That fee is, like any college student, that would be sole responsibility of the student. Similar, and I'm going to kind of jump a little bit because it's similar with the transcript. So if they want their college transcript from that partner college or university, it's a small fee to get that transcript from the college. That would be on them to then transfer to whatever desired university they're going to. Going back, students who successfully complete the dual enrollment classes will earn both college credit and honors level credit here at Douglas. And their GPA will count towards their high school diploma. So we'll record all that stuff.
If I could just, the dual enrollment is very exciting.
It is.
And thank Dr. DeMarco for helping us with that. We are this close to making it happen. We have a draft MOA with the DTA that we're going back and forth to finalize, and then we'll be finalizing an MOA with a partner college. But as Mr. Ringett was saying, the opportunity for kids to take classes here at Douglas High School and potentially graduate with 15 credits to an accredited 4-year institution, walking out the door at the cost to them of $0.00 is huge. Is huge, right? And again, depending on these are liberal arts classes. I don't know how many of those credits would transfer if you're going to a WPI or an MIT, but if you're going liberal arts to liberal arts or gen ed to gen ed, the likelihood of the majority of those transferring is huge. So the ability to build to a point where kids can leave here with 12 or 15 credits for free is huge.
Yep.
And I think, is the grant official?
We got the date. So
Okay.
we were awarded the grant as of, I believe, just a couple of days ago.
So we got a grant to kick this off the ground, which is huge too.
Congratulations.
So
So
it's exciting stuff.
It
But
is.
we have to wait for everything to be signed, and then we'll talk about who the partner college is in a little bit more detail, but just for context about the dual enrollment piece.
Final big addition to this is students who participate in these courses fall under both student handbooks, both the high schools and the colleges. So things like plagiarizing, if that were to become an issue, that would fall under both handbooks. And penalties somewhat under both. Whatever the college might say, like have to drop a class, might have to, and whatever the high school is, take a 0 on the assignment and then recuperate from that. Let's see, and then last but not least is just another addition at the very end of the program of studies around VHS class, just to reiterate the dropping piece, and and students might be charged for the supplies and ATA plus and the exams that they had withdrawn from after the meeting. So,
Big bold letters highlighted.
yeah, just want to make sure it's out there, and, you know, they understand, you know, that, because when the student signs up for, let's say, an AP course, let's say they sign up for an AP, I'm gonna use physics, but they would take that here anyways, but they sign up for an AP physics class, and so they're signing up for the AP exam automatically, they're signing up for the AP physics lab equipment, and that lab equipment gets delivered to us, and it's suddenly owned by somebody. Now, if they stay in the class, the fees are covered, you know, they're part of the class, it's part of their learning, the school covers them, it's no big deal. They drop the class. Well, now we have these items that are not returnable because of one reason or another. Let's say it's, I'm gonna use some biological class, you know, you can't return certain items through that aspect.
So you can't return frogs?
We cannot return frogs or perch or other formerly alive objects. So yeah, so that's what we're looking at.
Yep. Makes sense.
Okay. So I ask the school committee to approve these changes in our 26, 27 program studies.
You looking for a motion?
I'll make,
Yes.
can we make sure, like, I liked actually, like, I really liked reading these, and I think for our 6th and 7th grade families, to have a copy of, like, this is what is up at the high school, and how professional that looks like a college course catalog. And I think there's a lot of time put into that, like, getting that in the hands of the kids at 6th, 7th grade, and getting them more excited about what's up there. I think we should be doing that.
So with this, I'll take this as my cheap plug moment. The Monday after break, at 6 p.m., we invite every family to come. We'll be in the auditorium. We invite all the middle schools families to come. We invite all the high schools families to come because starting on Tuesday of that week is when we start course selection with our 11th graders. And then it'll be sophomores the day after, freshmen the day after that. And then the future 9th graders will be shortly after that. So it's happening quick.
No, I think that's
And
awesome.
So we definitely invite everybody to that session.
I think that's great. Maybe if we can get like something on our app to go to parents, because I know, like, I can't always get out at 6 o'clock at night. I think that's great if people could, but if we
Yeah.
could, like,
Can we push that out when
people
you
should
do,
see that.
when you go to thrill shows, just push it out to the middle of the high school?
Yeah.
Yes, I will try to find the middle school button.
Oh, and if you can, I can. Or I know someone else who
We
can.
know somebody.
Or you know someone who can.
You can call a friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. No. Ah.
I would like to make a motion. I would like to make the motion to approve the 2026-2027 Douglas High School Program of Studies.
Motion made by Julia, seconded by?
Meg.
Seconded by Meg. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Moving on to next is the appointment of Stoneman, Chandler, and Miller Law Firm.
So, we've been working with Mark, we used to work with Greg Pagnini for years, and Greg moved firms. So last year, we appointed in April, Mark Terry from Myrick. 2.5 weeks ago, Mark called me and said, Paul, I just want to let you know, I'm moving from Myrick to Stoneham, Chandler, and Miller, effective February 1. School committee doesn't appoint an attorney, school committee appoints a firm. So you appointed Myrick to represent your interests and the district. We're no longer with Myrick. Mark is now with Stoneham, Chandler, and Miller. So my recommendation is that since we've already started that relationship with Mark, things are going well, he understands where we're at, that we continue that relationship with Mark. And I asked the school committee to appoint the law firm of Stoneham, Chandler, and Miller as our new firm, and that way we can continue the relationship that we have for the past year with Mark Terry.
Any questions?
It says no financial impact at the same rate.
Same for FY '26. Don't know what's going to happen in FY '27. Every law firm does things differently. Greg kind of kept it the same for years. Every once in a while, it would bump up 2, 3, 4, 5%. I don't know what it's going to go up, but my guess is that in 26, it's not. In 27, there might be a 2, 3, 4% increase in their hourly rates.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Through the chair. This is just for the remainder of what, of the school year, or however we approve it, right?
So this is from now until forever, or until the school committee says, we want to go with a new firm.
Well, don't we appoint them on an annual basis?
No,
We don't?
no. We appoint the nurse, we appoint the
Yeah.
physician.
And we've
But we
always.
don't appoint the law firm
No.
annually.
No.
Are we supposed to?
You know what, I'll ask the attorney.
Ask him, ask him.
I'll ask
After
her
we
tomorrow.
approve, if we approve.
We never have, but
I figured it out.
Yeah, but if you look, that makes sense too, because if you think about it, like, okay, these are my rates, am I gonna keep you, am I gonna go somewhere
In
else?
a-
That kind of doesn't.
In a different life, we had to approve it annually. So I think that maybe
well, just because we haven't done it doesn't mean
we can't.
we can't. So
can
let
do
me ask,
anything.
let me ask Mark
Yeah.
tomorrow, because if you approve this, I have to then have Myra transfer all of
The files.
the files from Myra to the new firm and let Mark know that he's been appointed, and when I do that, I can email him and say, hey, by the way, do we need to do this annually, or is this just, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, just curious.
Yep.
Might do an old housekeeping.
Yeah, why not?
All right, so any other questions? Be looking for a motion.
I move to approve the transition of legal representation for all district matters currently handled by Attorney Mark L. Terry effective February 4th, 2026 to Stoneham, Chandler,